All right, so welcome, guys. We are going to be doing Raw, the 10/21
Roll.
24 episode. So, we're going to be doing the predictions today, like we always do. So, today we've got Jey Uso. He's going to be going up against Braun Breaker again. So, the title's on the line. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, we'll definitely cover all of these topics today. So, just make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe. Me and King do this every Friday. So, let me go ahead and get through another topic that we
On
got. So, we got
Monday.
Seth freaking Rollins going up with Big Bronson Reed. Now, last week, him and Cody both said something about slaying a beast. I don't know if that's going to be something with Brock Lesnar or what that could mean, but we'll get more into that when we talk about that topic as well. And then we've got the New Day. So they've been having a lot of issues, Kofi and Xavier trying to work things out, and it's just been kind of button heads. So Karrion Cross has been getting involved with all of this as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So we got AOP and um, Kofi and Xavier, the New Day. They're going to be going up in a contenders match, and I think that's for the Judgment Day's tag titles, right? I'm pretty sure that's what
Yep.
that would be
Right.
there. And then we've got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee contend with American Made. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. We'll get more into that as we talk about these topics. But King, would there be anything you like to add to that?
Um, we're probably gonna get more into this near the end, but Samantha Irvin has resigned from WWE.
Yep.
Allegedly resigned.
So we
So
are going to be talking about that as well. That's something that we just recently got information on like a few hours ago, maybe. But yeah, everyone's talking about it, so we'll definitely get into that more in depth here in the podcast. So yeah, let's go ahead and start about our first topic. Let's see here. So AOP and New Day are clashing. I think honestly, in my opinion, I think Carrion has something to do with the six. I know the Miz has been getting that kind of glitch here and there, so I think they're coming for the Miz next. But as far as this match goes, you guys know Kofi and Xavier have been bumping heads. They've been having all kinds of issues. They've had singles matches. Heck, Xavier had a match with Jey Uso, so it was kind of interesting to see all of this go on. But Xavier has been, I don't know, just he's been more demanding for wanting to be on top here recently, and it's gonna be interesting to see these guys clash. I think they've clashed before, right? This ain't their first go about, I don't think, is it?
this isn't their first time going up against Final Testament. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, Carrion has something weird going on. I don't know if he's part of the six or I don't know. It's just giving some weird vibes. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know.
he's trying to get into everybody's head for some reason. Like I wouldn't be as like if I was getting talked to by him, I would probably stay away from him to be honest, because I feel like he's trying to just get in your head to try to control you, and I think that's why Miz is all messed up now. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, R-Truth did get taken out, and I don't know. I don't even understand the whole reason why Miz is even upset. I think it's just he feels that R-Truth is a nuisance and he's just pulling him down, so he needs to get away from that. But he's doing it in the wrong way, and I think that's why the Six, Howdy, and all of them are going to come after him soon.
Yeah.
Yo, what's
Um.
up, Gerda? Welcome to the stream. Jay Uso.
Sorry, I'm here. But,
Yeah, we're going to be
I
talking about that topic here shortly. We're just trying to get through some of this. Now, Mommy, she's supposed to be kicking off Raw. I heard that. I don't know how true that is, but supposedly Mommy's kicking off Raw tonight. So that's another thing that I wanted to say there. But yeah, we don't really know a whole lot about what's going on with this situation. We just know that Kofi and Xavier has been having a lot of issues trying to work together and try to get a solution, try to, work as a team. And Xavier has been pushing Kofi away, and Kofi's been trying to do the right thing, and it just keeps going wrong. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens with this match. But,
I'm like I'm I'm tired of waiting for Xavier to turn heel. So if he doesn't turn heel tonight, like I don't know where they're going with this storyline if
Yeah,
he
because if
doesn't
they
turn heel.
lose this match for the contenders titles match, they're definitely not going to be a New Day after this. Because I feel like this would be like Xavier's last straw if they lost this, you know?
Yeah.
And then Xavier will be off doing his own thing. Kofi will be doing his own thing. Unless he beats Kofi up or something, I'm not sure. And takes him out for a while. But yeah, other than that, it's just a contenders match for the tag titles. I think we're going to go ahead and
I miss
move
when
on unless
Kofi
there's
was
anything on there.
like a
What'd you say?
I miss when Kofi was like a singles like on his own guy instead of
Yeah.
just relying on tag team partners.
Yeah, I didn't really other than like back in the day, you know, I didn't really see a lot of like right before they started to become the New Day and whatnot. But yeah, I did see Kofi back in the day, but Xavier Woods came in later on in the picture, right? And same with Big E. Like
Yeah.
they didn't wrestle on WWE when Kofi was back in the day, did they?
Kofi's been Kofi's like the only person with over 2,000 matches that is still wrestling.
Right.
The only other few people that have that is like I think The Miz and Randy Orton.
True. What about CM Punk?
CM Punk doesn't count.
Yeah, true. He said CM Punk doesn't count. He took out
He
Drew.
has he has had like what? He's had 4 matches all year.
Exactly. He don't fight on Raw. He don't fight on SmackDown or anything. He just does the PLEs, and I mean. Granted, I get it, his age, but it's like if you're gonna be there, at least do some wrestling matches, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because like Cena is gonna be gone in Mania 41, so it's gonna be hard to get him into the picture, and it feels like they're gonna be like doing it so quick and then it's gonna be poof gone and they should have had Cena in the picture already. You know what I mean? Like yeah, they had him at
Yeah.
Mania, but they should have had him in the picture more than just the Mania aspect. Because we want to see CM Punk versus Cena. We want to see like Randy Orton versus Cena. Maybe uh I don't know, there could be anybody, you know what I mean? I'd
Probably
like to see
Braun
some
Breaker.
matches. Braun Breaker and Cena, that would be cool.
Speaking of Braun Breaker, where's Braun Strowman?
I don't know. We haven't seen him in a few weeks. I
if
think.
I I swear they do not know what to do with this guy besides break things, and I love it.
All right, you want to move on to the
Last
next
time he was in,
topic here in a second?
last time he was on SmackDown, he destroyed the ring, went through a car, and like did so many things.
That was epic
And
though.
I love that. But now they don't know what to do with him. I wish Raw was more chaotic. I wish they always had Braun Strowman here. But I swear
Uh,
they never know what to do with Braun Strowman.
there's a lot of wrestlers that it seems like they don't know what to do with right now that are just sitting in the background, other than like maybe a Royal Rumble return.
Bianca Belair.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oscar? All
Oh
right.
God. I'm
So
not
the
gonna
Rey
say it again.
Mysterio, Dragon Lee, American Made, all this is the
I know
contenders
some
match as
racism
well.
about to
This is
come
the
out.
contenders match as well, guys.
I know some racism is gonna come out in this match. I just know it.
What the heck?
Well, it's
Why
like
would there be
American made going
versus
up against
Mexico?
Latino World Order. Like
Yeah, Gable
there's
has been pretty persistent on that American stuff.
yeah, there's
I don't
probably
know
gonna
what
be
they're trying to exactly prove with that group.
look like some American assholes. That's what Going with the group.
So American Made is going up against LWO, so Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio for a contenders match. So whoever wins this match will fight whoever wins the other contenders match, and whoever wins from that will go on to fight the Judgment Day. I don't know if that's going to be at Crown
Oh,
Jewel.
no. There's another week. Because there was last week's contenders match as well.
Oh, okay.
So there's like another thing after this. The
Yeah, there's really not a
semi-final.
whole lot to talk about there. I mean, they have had some feuds, but
It,
for
it's
the
just the
most part,
LWO.
it's just
They don't know what to do with the LWO and
yeah,
American. Like, it's so confusing.
yeah. I
I
get
mean,
what you mean there.
maybe these two tag teams will start some sort of war or something. I don't know, but please figure it out.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm not saying that it's getting repetitive, but some of these matches, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who actually comes out on
The
top on
How
on this
could
contenders
LWO
matches.
be repetitive if they're never wrestling?
I know, and if they do, it's like here and there. It's not really all the very consistent, you know. Same with American
Yeah,
Made. I mean, yeah, they're not as consistent. Like heck, I don't think they showed Gable for a couple weeks, and then they showed him just recently, you know. Same with
yeah,
Santos. His group was out of the picture for like a few weeks, and he just recently came back into the picture, you know.
yeah. I don't get it.
I don't know. I think it's just because they've got some other stories that's been cooking right now that they're mainly focusing on, so they're just holding them in the background till they get something else to put them into, you know. That's just my view on it.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who advances here. Hopefully, we get Ray and Dragon Lee to advance in this. Because I'm just not really a fan of the American Made. I'm not really a fan of the whole. I don't know. I just
I'm not a
didn't.
fan of
Some
either
people
of
like
these
Gable
guys.
as heel. I just feel it's just not the same. I guess you know aspect. Which there always needs to be a change, but I just don't feel it fits him right. Because I mean he's good at it. Don't get me wrong, but there's just not really anything to throw him into story wise. Like there's just not a whole lot of potential like storyline wise right now with that. With all this other stuff
Yeah,
cooking. All right. So what do you want to talk about next?
probably Bronson Reed.
Yeah, we could do that, and then we'll save the Jay Uso one for last, and then we can kind of sum up what's going on with Samantha Irvin and all this and that. So, Seth Rollins, it says that they're going to be going on a face to face or a face off or something. So don't really say that they're actually wrestling. Um,
What does that mean?
it says the best will meet in the ring and go one on. Oh yeah, they are going one on one. All right, so basically what's been going on past few months, you know, Big Bronson Reed's been taking a lot of people out. So we had R-Truth, he was the first one to be taken out, I'm pretty sure, right? And then we had Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And
No, Seth
then
Rollins was the first one.
what?
Seth Rollins was the first.
Yeah, it was Rollins, then it
I was gonna
was
say.
R-Truth. And wasn't there someone else, or was Strowman the one that he didn't get necessarily taken out? Strowman was fine because they fought a couple of times. Actually, 3 times if I'm right.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins came out and helped him at the end. But Seth Rollins and them haven't fought since, so it's gonna be interesting. I think Seth Rollins will probably get the upper hand this time, unless maybe Strowman comes out or maybe R-Truth will come out. Who knows? I'm just hinting here. Not saying that stuff
I
is
have
gonna
no idea.
happen, but they're probably gonna have a little bit of a twist in this match. Like maybe Strowman will come out and help Rollins at the end. But if it's just a normal one-on-one match, then I don't think that there would be any way for him to help without getting a
Like
disqualification.
this would be main event worthy if this next match that we're gonna talk about didn't isn't happening.
Oh yeah, this will probably be like the middle of the show, maybe. Because I don't think they're going to start off with this one. Like I said, I think Mommy's starting off the show, so we're going to hear from her first, which has been pretty persistent here lately.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna do one of the number one contenders matches to start off the show.
Yeah, that'll probably be our first like match. It'll probably be the New Day and AOP. I feel
Maybe.
maybe they'll do American Maiden, Dragon Lee, and Ray first. I don't know. For the first match, at least. Not for what's kicking off Raw.
I don't know.
But yeah, last week, Rollins was saying that he slayed a beast. Also, so did Cody Rhodes. What could that hint? That could probably hint that Brock Lesnar could possibly return, maybe? Or is he just stating that he has slayed beasts before, like Brock Lesnar was one of those beasts that he had slayed before? But he didn't necessarily
Brock,
say Lesnar. It's just a lot of feedback that
Brock's
I've been seeing.
name
A lot of
is
people are
like
thinking that that was hinted.
Brock's name is on the what is it? The Mr. McMahon lawsuit. So he
But he's
likely
back
has
on the
some sort
roster
of.
now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's what's confusing about that. I don't know if they're gonna have Brock Lesnar return, because if they do, it would be Royal Rumble. That'd be the perfect time. I feel like they're gonna do that with Drew too.
Bro, if Drew comes back during the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna be so happy. He better win.
Yeah, that would be cool. And then he'll actually get his chance to fight somebody at WrestleMania. You know who he's gonna go after, right? He's
Uh,
gonna go after Gunther.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy. Gunther, the Ring General.
You think Gunther will still be champion at so the I'm
Yeah,
struggling.
I feel like
You
he
think
will
Gunther
be.
will
I
still be
mean,
champion at
what's the odds that he's
WrestleMania?
gonna lose his title? Like, what we got Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. Crown Jewel, their title's not on the line, so he's still gonna have the heavyweight belt. And then, they're not gonna throw him in Survivor Series for something. I doubt it. Like, unless they do, it would just be for a match that he's gonna win, and then they're gonna save it for a Royal Rumble maybe. But I don't know if they're gonna have, like, if they have Drew come back, they might, because if Gunther's still champion, he won't be able to be in the Rumble, so he'll be excluded from Rumble unless it's an actual championship match, you know?
It wouldn't be the first time Drew has fought someone has fought a champion that is a pretty good fucking champion uh after winning the Royal Rumble.
Gunther was in the Royal Rumble last year, though, wasn't he? He was Intercontinental Champion
Past
then, right?
two.
Well, he was
Past two.
Intercontinental
Yep.
Champion though, but I don't.
Yep.
I think World Heavyweight and the Undisputed are the only two, right? That factor into that play, and maybe the Women's World Championship. I think
I
that's
think
the only
so.
thing that. I think so. I think that's the only thing that goes into play because Gunther had the Intercontinental Championship last year.
I don't know.
But yeah, Rollins and Bronson Reed are going at it one on one tonight. Like King said, it could have been the main event, but we've got the Jey Uso versus Braun
Yep.
Breaker, which we're going to talk about that topic next. So, yeah, a lot of things could happen. Strowman could come out, help Rollins in some way. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but hopefully Rollins gets the upper hand, gets the payback back on him for what he has caused. You know, I mean, it's not just Rollins that he's hurt. He's hurt R-Truth as well. But I don't feel like R-Truth is that worried about it like Rollins would be, you know? Truth is just going to brush it off, you know, for the most part.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll see what's going on with Truth and Miz a little bit more tonight as well. Or maybe the Miz will get attacked tonight. I don't know if they're going to do the Uncle Howdy stuff with the Miz yet or not. But That's in the works for sure. That's definitely in the works for sure.
I have no idea.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here. I feel like this is the one everyone's wanting to hear. So we got Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. So tonight, they're going at it. This will be the main event of Raw tonight. Will Braun Breaker get his title back? I do not know. This could probably go a few different ways, and hear my theories out. So we can have Jey Uso retain his title. Jimmy Uso could come out and do a distraction. Or it could be the reverse effect where Jimmy Uso distracts Jay and he loses his title. But I feel like if it went that route, Jay would have more of a reason not to have anything to do with Jimmy. So I feel like Jimmy's got to do the big part, do the distraction. Jay wins, and then Jay's got to do that favor back, go help Roman and stuff at Survivor Series, and then Jay can go off and do his own thing after that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But if he does
People
lose
are
his
saying that
title, it could be one of those things where now he has nothing left and he has no choice but to go back to Roman. You know what I mean? So it could be a weird factor there.
yeah, people are saying the Bloodline will get involved and he'll lose the match, causing him to get involved with the Bloodline storyline. Or they think Roman and Jimmy will help him retain and he'll trust them.
Yeah, so
I
if the
feel like
bloodline, Solo's bloodline does show up, yes. But what I was thinking is like Jimmy could come out and do like a distraction as well. So there's like I said, there could be like 5 different factors here that could be playing out tonight, and it's going to be one of those factors. It's just on how it's going to play out, you know? Because if the Solo's bloodline shows up, then Jimmy and uh Roman will come out possibly, unless it's just Jimmy or something. But there's going to be some weird factor like that, and because they got to get Jay recruited. Jay's got to help them win. They gotta fend off Solo's group. They got to get Roman back with the Ulafala so they can be the tribal chief again. Because Solo said a while ago, maybe a month or so ago, that if Roman gets the Ulafala, they're gonna have to acknowledge him. As Roman was just trying to acknowledge Solo last week. We all knew that was a bunch of bullcrap. He wasn't going to acknowledge him. That's good. We don't need to acknowledge Solo. We need to acknowledge the OTC. Yeet. But yeah, I feel
I
like
feel like
what was you
Jey
saying?
Uso will probably lose this. Will probably lose the Intercontinental Championship because
Of the
they're
bloodline.
probably they're yeah because they're probably not gonna want Jey Uso to walk into a match between the Bloodline with the Intercontinental Championship because then he's probably gonna have to defend it against someone in the Bloodline
Yeah.
at some point. So I don't. I think Jay's
And
losing
Jay
the
had
tag
his
team
moment,
title
you know
again.
what I mean? Jay
Yeah,
had his moment. He got his title, his singles match. And then it all
call
got
it
taken
promo.
away from him. And now he's gonna go destroy Solo, and he's gonna ruin the old, or bring back the old bloodline and take down Solo. Help them, at least. I wonder if Cody's gonna be one of their members, or if he'll get Sami Zayn to get involved. Because I'd love to see Sammy,
Sammy.
Roman, Jay, and Jimmy.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
I said this last time, but Sammy betrayed them. They didn't betray. It wasn't the other way around. So Sammy probably doesn't want to team with the Bloodline again after what they did to KO.
I don't know. You know how him and Jay are. They're like this behind the scenes. So it's like they're just locked together when it comes to communicating. So if Jay's like, I
I
need your help, Sammy, blah 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 blah, let's do it together, this is what we need to do that's right. We need to take down this forceful Solos group and we need to take back what's ours. Roman is in
yeah, I
trouble,
don't
our
know.
tribal chief is in trouble and he needs help. Like at this point it's more or less looking past like what happened in the past. Forget that. The tribal chief needs help and it's serious this time, you know? It's not some gameplay type of thing where he's trying to manipulate everybody again. He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to make up for what he did when he was champion because that championship belt made him be someone he wasn't, if you get what I mean. And it's not the Ulafala that makes you someone different. It's just Solo just thought he was the one and he thought he could control everything. And that's just kind of how things are going. I don't think Roman will change or go back to his old Roman self when he gets to Ulafala. I think he's still going to be the one that we're going to want to acknowledge, you know? But it could be a while before that happens. It could be Mania before we see a Bloodline. I don't know what's going to happen there. Unless this Survivor Series, the Bloodline destroys them and they get to Ulafala there. And then I don't know exactly what's going to happen there. It's just going to be interesting to see it play out. I feel like now is like the best time to be watching because I feel like it's going to start getting interesting story-wise now. Because, you know, Liv and them's been fighting for a while. They've got, you know, the Bloodline's back and they've been fighting for a while. It's just all going to spill out soon. And things are going to start changing. You know what I mean? We're going to get to that, the peak of this story before we start going on to new stories. Like that big change after SummerSlam, you know? The big change after WrestleMania. We're going to see another big change soon. And it might be Royal Rumble when we see that big change after Royal Rumble. Or when Raw goes to Netflix. Like, who knows? All this big stuff is about to change in the next few months. And it's going to be interesting to see all this stuff play out. Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, it's going to be interesting. And like I said, King has said, everybody has said, there's so much different topics and how this could go. So it's just going to be interesting to see how it plays out. If Jey does lose his title, it's going to be to the Bloodline coming out and being the distraction there. If Roman and them come to help him and he wins his title, I think either way, he's going to be going back and helping Roman and Jimmy, regardless of what happens at this specific match. Because we know more is going to get involved, especially the Bloodline, because you know how they are. Alright, let's go ahead and... So that's basically all the topics there. Now, King,
Yep.
as you were saying earlier, Samantha Irvin is supposedly her last Raw tonight. Who knows if she's going to go to AEW or if she's just taking time off or if this is her actual, you know, retirement for the announcement of wrestling. It's going to be sad to see because she's our main announcer. She goes to all the PLEs, stuff like that. So is it going to be a new announcer? Are we going to see Alicia step up and she's going to be doing SmackDown and Raw? That's something big there, because if this is her last night as announcer, we could see a lot of changes as far as PLE announcements and stuff like that too.
I really hope someone will come in to replace her that is as energetic as she is,
Yeah, because
because
she
she's great.
really gets into it. She really gives into it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's not just there to announce. She's there because she was meant to be there to announce. You know, she knows how to do it. And not saying she's
Yeah.
been the best ever, but she could be one of the better announcers that WWE's ever seen. You know, not saying that she's the number one. I'm just saying she's up there on the list when it comes to announcers that we've had in the company.
Yep.
So yeah, if she does end up going to
Um,
AEW, that's going to be interesting because AEW is going to get that's going to be a
people
big
are
upgrade to them.
people are upset because they think she's going to AEW, and
And that's another
they think she's
thing that
going to
that I hate
AEW.
too. Is like everyone just
Oh my
assumes,
god.
oh, they're leaving WWE, they're going to AEW. No, that's not necessarily always the case. Especially like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Like for months they were saying they're going to AEW. No, they're not. You guys get off that train track. You're on the wrong one. You know? I mean, granted, it does happen, but it's like not those superstars. Superstars like that are not going to AEW. I'm sorry. I mean, granted, they got Sasha Banks, but that was a while of recruiting, you know? And like MVP and all of them too. It's like they were just having nothing to do to go with WWE's storyline, and they were better off to go do their own thing. I'm not saying Ricochet was one of those that needed to go off and do his own thing. I mean, I feel like he's definitely was better in WWE. I feel like his mic skills on AEW is not that great. And I feel like he had a better opportunity in WWE, even though he didn't really have the opportunity for the title. He wasn't that kind of material there. So I feel like that's why he moved over to AEW, because he could be that type of material there, you know? He could be that champion there.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that you'd like to
People,
add on to this other than we already talked about Jey Uso and Breaker, um, New Day going up against AOP. We've got Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee going in a contenders match as well against the American Made, and then we've also got Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed going at it. So that's going to be an interesting match there too. Like I said, there'll be more stuff that'll play out through Raw. Maybe we'll see some stuff on The Miz and R-Truth. Um, I don't know if Cody's going to be there tonight. I don't think he would be. They already did that stuff on Raw last week, but possibly we might see the Bloodline obviously show up and cost Jay his title. There could be so many different scenarios with that match, actually. Even Jimmy could come out and help him retain, or even Roman. He might retain, he might not. It's one of those 50-50 situations right now because there's so many factors that could play at that. And then obviously Samantha Irvin, possibly leaving Raw tonight. We're probably going to see some women's matches as well, possibly. It sucks that Raw is only 2 hours, but I think we'll see that return when we go to Netflix. I'm pretty sure that's what they were saying there. So was there anything we didn't talk about, King, that we should talk about, my dude? Or did we pretty much get through all the topics and everything that we got today?
I think that's it.
Other than Mommy
I
is
have no idea.
supposedly starting Raw tonight. So we've got that stuff to talk about. Which we don't really know much about, other than her probably just talking about the Liv Morgan match and stuff. Or what's going to end up happening regarding that stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's
I don't
fighting
know.
Nia Jax. Nia Jax and Liv Morgan are fighting. So, I don't know. Maybe she's going to want to fight Raquel or something. One-on-one. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe. I have no idea. Some people think Liv's gonna lose her, or at least Tiffany's gonna try to cash in tonight.
Tonight? Or do you think at Crown Jewel?
Probably tonight.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
could be
depends on what
possible.
happens tonight.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we could probably wrap it up there, King. I don't think there's anything else that we could talk about other than just what's going to randomly happen on Raw that we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that's it.
all right. You want to do the outro, my dude?
Sure. I forgot how to do the outro.
No,
Make
you're
sure
good.
you guys like and subscribe. Follow our socials. Dylan is on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch. He has 2 YouTube channels and he has a Discord. You can
King
follow
as
my
well.
socials. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, and I'm technically on YouTube. Um, H Black, who is in here on Fridays, he is on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. He actually has so many YouTube channels.
If any of you guys want to
Um,
come and join the podcast, we can help you guys out as well and help
yep.
us with the
You guys
topics.
can you guys can join the Discord. You'll be able to keep up on WWE news, know what the matches are for the night. You can share clips and photos. You'll get the news on confirmed matches as soon as they are confirmed live on TV. Um, you you can watch wrestling in here with other people in the server, and you can also join this very podcast and ask questions
Live.
live.
Yes,
Make sure
sir.
you guys select WWE as your common interest when you join the server.
All right, my dudes.
Final thing, these wrestlers are actors. They are not real wrestlers, so don't get upset for what they do or say on television. That's it.
All right, my dudes. This was the 10/21/2024 Raw podcast predictions. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hopefully, you guys all have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.